All right, cool. Okay, welcome back. This is the next step of this process. It's called image transfer. We've done our design, and as you can see, again, kanji, kana, picture. Those are the things inside two frames. Now what we need to do is take this and put it onto this. This is how the Japanese did it. So what you want to do first is very lightly moisten the block. Very lightly moisten the block. Sadly, I have ink on that. Well, it doesn't matter. It'll be covered with the. Oh, it's because it's from there. It'll be covered with the paper, so it's not a terrible situation. You know, this is slightly too, ever so slightly too wet, so I'll just give it, you know, a wipe. Let's give it a wipe. So now it's both sort of wet, it's moistened, but it's not even still too much. There we go. Next, you take the smallest amount of your nori. This is the paste. The smallest amount of nori that you can apply to the block and cover it evenly. So probably about that level. And then with the palm of your hand, spread it evenly. Perhaps even just a slight dab more. Just evenly. So now it is evenly clustered. Now, pat it, which will create these very slight little sort of mountains or fissures or something that will give maximal surface area for the ink to grip it. So now my hands are all nasty and goopy. I'm just going to go take a moment. So I'm back. I've moistened the block, I've put the nori on it, and now what I have to do is put the image on it. So, as with, similar to photography, where you have a positive and a negative, you also have a positive and a negative to woodblock carving. And that basically is that whatever you carve will be printed in its inverse. That's why we're doing this process instead of just directly writing the kanji onto it, because if we directly write the kanji will be backwards. So what you do is you put it so that it's face down, as best aligned as you can get it onto the woodblock. Best alignment possible. So this is, I believe, as good as I'm going to get. So now with your washed hands, take the palm of your hand and just sort of from the middle, spread it out. Spread it out. so that there are no creases. And if you use this type of paper, rice paper, washi, which is made not from rice but from mulberry bark, just sort of spread it out. So now it's on the block. What do you think we do? We let it dry. Give it a moment to dry. Paper will be ready for carving. So that's it. Simple. Now, if you make a mistake and you got some sort of weird crease, something strange is going on with the paper, take the paper off, wipe off the surface of the wood block. The wood block surface will be wet, but maybe you will want to reapply the nori in the appropriate amounts. Remember, the smallest amount that's possible to evenly coat. You don't want a lot of nori because that will create sort of bulges in the paper. The less amount of nori, the smoother the image will spread out onto the block. So that might be a problem why you are having an issue. So pull off the drawing, maybe moisten the drawing using